Are you tired of not getting a response back on your email and DM? In today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how you can get a response back on any cold email, any DM on Twitter or Instagram. I'm going to show you this amazing, super cool hack that you can use to make sure that you get a response every single time. This is a 5-step framework. You have to follow all the 5 steps, especially the number 5, the last one. This is the most important one, but make sure to follow these 4, then we'll go through the last one. This is the secret sauce, so don't miss it, don't skip around. I'm gonna share these secrets to you right now. Step number 1 is keep it short. If you're trying to DM somebody, know that that person might be busy. They might be getting these DMs like day in and out, so you might not be the only person trying to get a hold of them. For that reason, you want to make sure that the DM is not too lengthy, right? You want to keep it short and sweet. So what does that mean? Let me give you an example. I have this friend. His name is Nicholas Lal. Whenever he sends me an email, it's like a paragraph. It's like a essay. So when I get an email from him, I put it on snooze and I read it whenever I'm really free. Here's the thing. People don't read. They scan. So people open an email. If it's too long, I don't even read an email from somebody that I don't know of. That's too long. People scan. Okay, so make sure your email is super, or your DM is super short. If you're sending a DM on Instagram, make sure it's no longer than 5 sentences. That's it. Can you make it happen? Yes, you can. I'm gonna show you how. That was step number 1. So number 2 is personalize the DM. If you are sending the same DM, like a generic one to everybody, nobody is reading it because it's just a waste of time. Whenever I get those generic emails or DM, delete. If you can find an information about that person that you can relate to, get on Facebook, get on Twitter, find out what do they like, where do they live, what do they tag on. Just go and find an information, then use that to personalize that DM. What you could say to a client is, hey, I love that book that you mentioned on your Twitter. You could say, hey, I also am a big fan of this podcast that you mentioned on Twitter. If it's a girl, you might say, hey, I also live in Frisco. There's this amazing coffee place. I know you love coffee, right? So you have to make it personalized. So number 2 was personalize that DM. And numero 3. So number 3 is create value. In business and in life, you have to create value to receive value. Whenever you send that DM out, how can you create a value in their life? For example, let's say you're reaching out for an internship. You might say, hey, I know you guys are looking for a Java developer. You're trying to reach out to a girl. Hey, I can come pick you up halfway. Something like that. You have to create some sort of value. Help them make more money. Take away their stress. How can you create value in their life? Whenever you're sending out this DM, make sure that one sentence you talk about, hey, I know this coffee place is too far from you. Can I come pick you up? How can you add value in their life? That was number 3. So number 4 is CTA, call to action. Here's the thing. Nobody is a mind reader. So whenever you send out these DMs or these, LinkedIn messages, whatever, okay, you have to tell people, what do you want from them? You have to be super clear on what do you want. Don't beat around the bush. Tell them exactly what do you want. That's the whole point. So let's say you're trying to reach out to a company and you want that internship. You can be like, hey, who do I reach out to? Who do I send my resume? If you're trying to reach out to a girl and you want her to respond back, what do you want her to do? Just be like, hey, can I pick you up on Saturday? You want to ask them, what do you want? You're trying to book a meeting. You're going to say, hey, click on that link and then book a meeting with me. You have to tell people, what do you want? So make sure you're clear and concise, exactly to the point on what do you want. Now, the number 5, this is the most important part that you've been waiting for throughout this video. So number 5, you have to get the social proof. Let's say you're sending out a DM to Elon Musk. You do all these things that I've asked you. He still doesn't respond back. You know why he's not? Because you don't have a social proof. How do you get a response from Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk? How do you get a response back from somebody who's at the top and they're not going to respond back to you even if you do all these things? Number 5 is going to solve this problem. It's called social proof hack. Let's say you want to get a response back from Elon Musk. You go to his Twitter, okay? You follow 10 people, top 10 people that he responds back to or he follows. And then your job is to like and comment their post, and your job is to get at least 1 or 2 people to follow you back, because whenever these big people get a DM on Twitter or Instagram, it shows also followed by friend number 1, also followed by friend number 2. That shows social proof. It shows that you are the real deal, and they're more likely to respond back to you as well. This works the same way when you're DMing a girl, right? So let's say you want to reach out to this awesome girl. Before you reach out to her, what you can do is become friends with her guy friends and girlfriends, and then get them to follow you back, and then you send that DM out and shows, hey, you know, my friends know this guy, so he's gonna go ahead and follow you back and also get you a response back. So that was number 5, social proof hack. You got that right. Now I'm gonna show you exactly how to do that on an actual real example. Let's get on my laptop right now. Okay, so we're sending a DM to, let's say we're trying to get an internship. Let's go and send a DM to a big CEO. Okay, so, and this could be an email, this could be an Instagram DM, or it could be a Twitter DM as well. So first of all, what you want to do is that you're gonna say, hey, you know, this is Satish, whatever your name is, it's an example. So you do want to go ahead and introduce yourself, okay? And then you're gonna say, I know, okay, you know, this person is probably really big. You're gonna say, I know you must be very busy. Busy. Your time is super valuable, so I will only take or I'll only write 3 bullet points. Okay, so already I'm making my email or DM super short by saying, hey, you know, I know you're busy, so the people like that. Okay, next up is, you know, you could add these bullet points. You know, I have been, or you could just say, just make it short. Okay, programming since 11th grade. Okay, that's bullet point 1. Have experience with I don't know, JavaScript, object oriented. You get the idea, right? You can say and or whatever you want. You can put that. So that's bullet number 3. 2. Now the next bullet points is what do you want? So this is your CTA. So I want to do an internship at your company during the summer. How, or you can just put how can I reach out to your team? That's it. Okay, that's it. So pretty much this email, this DM was super short. Okay, you told them, you showed them that, hey, you know, who you are, you acknowledge their time, you showed them what you could do for them. Okay, you did your CTA as well. So that's pretty simple. That's how you do it. Okay. And that's it. So you learned how to send a DM through Twitter and Instagram and get a response every single time. Now, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you have to do me 2 favors. Number 1 is, you know, that red button that you see, subscribe. Please subscribe, because I create videos like these for people like you, and I love it when I get more subscribers. It encourages me to create more videos. Number 2, I think you need to watch this video somewhere here. You need to watch this video that's all about a framework called Ada. So Ada is a framework used in copywriting that can also help you getting more response through a DM or email. I think you should watch this video next right now.